exams yet, still.
Public sector cuts the way!
Public sector cuts the way! Public sector cuts the way! The people united will never be defeated! The people united will never be defeated!
People united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated.
Do this, what they have to do is break up the education sector, and they're going to do it by proving that we're bad teachers, we can't do our jobs, that schools aren't doing their jobs properly, and they'll use tests and scores and data and Ofsted standards to actually come in and take over our schools. And this is a shock doctrine, this is a tactic that the Tories are pledged to and that they announced in their Queen's speech. Their plan is to privatise and academise our schools with a target of something like 500 in the next 2 or 3 years. For teachers, this regime is stressful and soul-destroying, and they're leaving our profession, they're leaving and they're leaving and they're leaving. And for children and students it's stressful too. And it causes them long-term damage. It was a disgrace that during the SATS week, I don't know if people saw it, that the calls to Childline went up 200% from children in primary school. That's just shocking. In my sector, which is the early years sector, what they want to do, and that's what this is about, is bring in a test for 4-year-olds. So in the first weeks of them entering reception, they will be given a score that will follow them and throughout their whole educational career, and it will actually give expected outcomes for the end of their primary school years. It's absolutely shocking. That's the baseline test, and if you want to be involved in that campaign to fight it, please come and talk to us after.
And organise. No migrant worker ever took my job. No migrant worker ever took my pay. It was the bosses and the bankers and this government that's doing that for the bidding for those people who are extraordinarily rich and making a lot of money out of exploiting them.
Now, there's another thing on the way. This is right to buy for housing associations. They've cut council housing in half by the right to buy, and now they're going to do the same to housing associations, which is about half of the social housing stock. But not only that, they're attacking council housing as well at the same time again, because they're going to pay for this sell-off by doing another sell-off by forcing councils to sell their most valuable homes when they become vacant. At the same time they're saying they have to have a bedroom tax because there's not enough big houses, they're now saying they're going to sell off the big houses to pay for the discount for housing association homes. How sick is that? They're doing a sell-off to pay for a sell-off.
This is going to be a very short speech because I'm a really bad communicator. After the Tories got elected, something strange happened. Obviously I drank a lot of beer and was very sad for a couple of days. Sports Direct stock went up 13%. Why did that happen? Why did Sports Direct stock up 13%? I'll tell you why. Because Sports Direct exploit almost every single one of their workers on a 0-hour contract, okay? The Tories talk about increasing employment, jobs for everyone. They're saying they're going to be blue-collar conservatives. Believe that like you ever would. But all they are doing is introducing the most exploitive labour relations that has ever been seen since Victorian eras. They want to go back to the 1880s, not the 1980s, they want to go back to the 1880s. If there won't be workhouses. Actually, they're probably thinking about right now. They've put Priti Patel in charge of employment at the DWP. This woman is a serial backer by tobacco companies, defence industries. Everything we hate, she has worked for. She wants to bring back the death penalty, and she's in charge of this area of policy. We need to stand up against 0-hour contracts. We need to fight with the unemployed and the low wage and organise trade unions like Unite. and actually stop this government in its tracks before they bring us back to the workhouses. Thank you very much.